everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm gonna try out new products, which are the Wet n Wild sponge and the Tarte Chrome Pot for holidays collection. So I'm gonna create this look using all these new products and trying the technique of mixing face oil with foundation for the first time. So if you want to see how it all goes, how everything applies, keep on watching. So today I'll be trying out this new Wet n Wild sponge and see how it works. It's my first time using it. So it has a cut on this side and is rounded from here. Now I'll go wash it and come back. So I've washed the sponge with some dish soap. One thing that I don't like about sponges is that once I wash it with dish soap, it's really hard to get the complete soap out of it. It's very difficult. I've tried my best, and now as you can see, the size has gotten quite bigger. It's really soft. It feels like the Real Technique sponge. Now I'm gonna use my foundation and mix a teeny tiny drop of almond oil with it to help thin it out and make it more hydrating, because it's pretty drying on me and it ends up looking cakey and emphasizes my pores and texture. I hope the almond oil helps, since sweet almond oil is non-comedogenic, and this is the first time that I'm gonna mix oil with my foundation. And then I'm gonna take just another layer of just foundation on top of it if this is not enough. Wow, it's so much easier to spread out with the almond oil. It makes it so much smoother on the skin as well. I hope it doesn't crack and separate, since the foundation is so drying and keeps the oil in control. The extra oil mixed in with the foundation would give the needed hydration to balance it out. I'm gonna take a little bit more foundation, just foundation this time, because we already have a layer with oil. So I think the amount of oil on our face is enough, and I've even applied almond oil before starting my makeup. Foundation is so much smoother on my eye area, under eyes, and even over the eyes, because my under eyes are extremely dry and foundations and concealers usually just come off, they don't stick as well. Next is concealer. This was the darkest shade available in Malaysia, and this matches me quite well. I preferred getting something that was very close to my skin tone, so it would actually give me coverage. It looks like a lot, but I've actually applied a thin layer. First I'm gonna start with the chin. At the very end I'm gonna blend under the eyes, because I want it to set and get thicker for fuller coverage. It actually oxidizes quite a lot. It actually oxidizes and gets very close to my skin tone. This sponge is actually working really well so far. I'm liking it. Now I'm gonna use the pointy side, the rounder side, to blend under the eyes. I like how it's reaching the very corner of my eyes. I'm actually gonna layer the concealer again. That's what I do to get rid of the darkness, just at the very darkest areas of my under eye. Panda? Foundation and the concealer looks quite light than my skin tone because you just keep getting tanner in Malaysia, and when I'm tired, when I don't get enough sleep, my skin tone gets a little darker naturally. So I'm just gonna bronze a lot after I set my face. Okay, so now I'm gonna set my face. Before I set with powder, I'm gonna make sure there's no creases. I'm not gonna set my eyelids because I'm gonna use eyeshadow directly on top of the concealer. I feel like the almond oil has really helped with my texture and the smoothness of the foundation. Feels like an excellent primer. Now shade 235. I guess it's a tad darker than my skin tone, but I don't know how it will be right now as of now since I'm a little darker now. But it'll balance off the light tone and the highlighting. As you can see, it's giving me back some color and it's adding a little more coverage. Now I'm going to quickly bronze before putting on setting spray. I'll be a little heavy-handed with this to get back color to my skin. Now my face feels very dry and patchy because of too much powder. I shouldn't have put that much powder. No contouring, just plain bronzing. Now I'm gonna apply some blush from my Tarte Treasure Box palette because I have it and I have to use it up. But it's quite tough to get on the brush. I don't like the bronzers. They are very hard to blend, and once they stick on one part of the face, they just won't move at all until you remove your makeup. So they are not blendable at all. I like a lot of blush on me. I know so much of blush is not everyone's cup of tea, but I like it. Now I'm going to set my face to help all the layers just melt and become one. This will also help the highlighter to stick later on. So for today, I'm gonna use these new Tarte Chrome Shadow Pots. This is a set of 4 shades in the mini pots. As you guys know from my previous tutorial, I've used this one in my previous tutorial in the shade Park Avenue Princess, and I really liked it, and I really wanted to try more shades, especially the shade Froze as a highlighter. I really want to try it, so I'm going to do that right now. These are the shades, and this is the shade Rose. Okay, I'm gonna swatch all the shades for you first, and then I'm gonna start using them. So this is the shade Rose. Unfortunately, it was broken, and I have no idea how to fix it. I'm just gonna use it from here. I'm just gonna press it down, maybe. I don't know. This was my most wanted shade. I'm just gonna swatch it for you guys. gonna smooth it out. Wow. Stunning. Do you see the duochrome? Next shade is Wild at Heart. So they have this topper, which that one is just buried into the shadow, into the broken shadow, and I can't really help it right now, but I'm gonna fix that later. Just don't mind my dry hands. It has blue and pink reflex, mostly blue. Just gonna get a little. Oh my god. Next shade is Citron. I think the mini ones are really fragile and easily broken because the last one is also broken. I'm going to show you guys that. But now let me swatch this. It's orangey, bronzy and orangey. Wow. That's Citron. The last shade is Pink Diamonds. As you can see, this is broken as well. I'm just gonna carefully swatch it for you guys. So difficult to get it on the finger. And that's Pink Diamonds. So right now I'm going to use the shade Frost or Froze, if you might say so, to highlight. To highlight, I'm going to use a fan brush from Real Techniques and basically just dip my brush carefully. And oh my god. Oh my god. It's stunning as a highlighter. Maybe not for a no makeup look or a very casual daytime look, because I mean, if you're extra, you can wear it, you can rock it, but you really need to blend it out or use it very sparingly if you don't want it to look too shiny. I'm going to apply my setting spray again. I'm going to just bounce my beauty blender while it's almost dry, just a little wet to help blend it better.